Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Doris and I'm really happy that you're joining me for today's Yoga for Body Respect. So I'm also an intuitive eating dietitian, and together with yoga, with my practice that I want to nurture body respect and body appreciation, I've brought to you this little practice where we are just going to focus on what our body can do, what it's capable of, and not so much on maybe where we want to be someday, and just trying to cultivate respect, which is often easier for people than appreciation or love or kindness. So it's a bit more of a neutral word. And the first thing I'd like you to just reflect on before we start practicing is, are the clothes that you're currently wearing, are they benefiting you? Are they very tight? Do they allow you to move freely? And if not, just find something really comfortable. So body respect really starts with wearing comfy clothing that don't pinch, don't feel tight, that you just feel like you can enjoy being in your body in. And whenever you're ready, have those clothes ready and join me standing. Okay, so now that you found the right clothing, or maybe you were wearing them in the first place, find a wide stance, so maybe shoulder width apart or hip width distance apart, that you feel really stable. And if you'd like to, you could place the hands on your body, maybe one on the belly, one on the heart space. My mic is here, so I'll just always opt for the belly. But if you don't want to touch the body, then that's okay, just resting the arms by your side. And just taking a few conscious breaths. You could just very slowly sway back and front if you'd like. And maybe closing the eyes here, relaxing the shoulders. And just noticing how you're feeling. Maybe already trying to send affirmations of respect into the body. Your body can move. It allows you to do all kinds of things. Carry groceries, carry children maybe. Your body allows you to rest, your body allows you to move, and even if we have our individual ways of doing that, we're still capable of doing so many things, even if there are some things that we can't do. If we look at what we can do, what we're capable of, it's still quite a lot for most of us. So just take a few moments here to feel into the body, your presence. Maybe you'd like to set an affirmation for this practice, or maybe you just want to have an open mind, but not really anything particular guiding you. Taking a final breath in here and a final breath out. And then slowly coming back into the here and now. Maybe just shake everything off. And then taking quite a wide stance, so quite much further apart than hip width distance. Bending those knees. We're just going to move the body left and right and taking the arms with us. So you take it as fast and as gentle as you'd like, so you can really hit yourself with the arms, and sort of tapping or body touch can be really soothing, and some might just not like it, so you can go very soft and barely sort of make contact. And the practice of yoga can be really, really beneficial and sort of a foundation of body respect, by not only is it a self-care practice, which is again crucial for body respect, but we also make sure that the body feels good. So sometimes when we have any pain or discomfort, that can be a little bit harder to show respect. So yoga can help with that on a physical level. And then on a mental level, we can set all these intentions and reflect on certain things that can sort of, what's the word? That can allow us to be critical of certain standards that we or society has set for our bodies. So just take a few moments here, just make sure you're bending the knees. And then allow that pendulum to just naturally stop moving, but take a little bit of time here. Maybe you'd like to sway side to side some more. And then eventually finding stillness here as you step the feet together. And now really connecting with your feet to the ground, shifting the weight a little bit into the left foot. We're finding a balance, a tree pose. And you can put your foot on any kind of level against your standing leg, but I invite you to maybe keep the foot on the ground and just put the heel against your leg. Still, we're opening the leg to the side, gently bending the standing leg and the knee here. And then maybe once again, you'd like to place the hands on your body, but you could also do all kinds of things here with your hands and your arms. And maybe closing the eyes is possible. I find it much easier when the foot is on the ground because we have a little bit more balance. But once we close the eyes, you might notice suddenly balance is quite hard. Even if it might have been hard with open eyes and then we close them. So you're always welcome to open your eyes. And maybe you can really feel, especially your ankle working of the standing leg. Like it's constantly balancing, and maybe you fell out of the pose. So what? Just make your way back. There's nothing wrong about it. You didn't fail. Practice. It's not perfection. I find that balance can be really crucial about self-worth and what we think about ourselves. Are we frustrated that things didn't go well, or how we think they would go, or can we still find appreciation for ourselves? Just take another breath in here, wobble, wobble. And then set the right foot down. Relax those shoulders and switch to the other side. Left foot against your right leg in any shape or form that you'd like. Maybe keeping the hands as you had on the first side. Glutes engaged. Rotating that leg outwards. Bending the right knee. And maybe closing the eyes. Just keep on breathing. Notice, how is that feeling for you? A final breath in and out, slowly releasing the left foot down, and just give it all a shake. Amazing. Then we're going to now marry movement and breath. So we're moving a little faster, but take it at your pace. If you need any breaks in between, go for it. If you feel like you need to continuously flow, go for it. So we're going to start with the feet hip-width distance apart, and anywhere on the mat where you'd like to start, gently bending the knees. On your next inhale, arms come alongside the ears. Let's bend those knees, sit the sit bones back. Try to elongate your lower back. And then exhale, fold over your legs. Keep the knees bent, release the neck. And just allow the arms to hang. Inhale, lift halfway, so support your hands on your thighs or shins. And think of the back being parallel to the mat. And then exhale, we hang. Let's take a full round of breath here, making sure the neck is loose, the body is heavy. And then bending the knees generously on your next inhale, we're returning into chair pose, so arms by your side, long back, and exhale, coming into standing. Let's take a breath in and out. And an inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold over those legs. Halfway lift, hands support yourself, long back. And exhale, release. Again, you're welcome to stay for another round of breath. Bend the knees, arms by your side, share pose, inhale. And exhale, standing. Breathing in and out. Let's do a final round together here. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And fold again. Maybe just hang out for a breath. Inhale, chair. Exhale, standing. And then go at your own pace. Don't think about the breath or what to do. Just flow. If you do something completely different, so be it. You can take your breaks by hanging out or standing. You could make them longer or you could skip them, just going up and down. Whatever you currently need. Grounding down through the feet. Allowing the breath to guide you and not the other way around. Let's take this for maybe 2 more rounds. What can you notice in the body? Can you feel how strong your body is, what it's capable of? Maybe you can notice a little fire igniting. And maybe you want to finish off with your last round with your eyes closed. Just a suggestion. And we're gonna meet dangling. So wherever you are, I invite you to finish your next flow here, maybe holding on to the elbows, bending the knees, swaying side to side. Maybe lifting the toes and then bringing them down. And it's really amazing what the toes can do there. So important for balance. Maybe just shifting the weight front and back into the heels, into the balls of the feet. Perhaps showing gratitude to our feet that carry us day in, day out. And then slowly releasing the hands down. And we're gonna now walk hands and feet apart. And depending on where you are, you might walk more the hands away or the feet away. So we're kind of creating this A shape that is downward facing dog. So keeping a nice distance between hands and feet, allowing the pelvis to be the highest point here, and just maybe pedal those legs. Bending one knee more and then the other. Spreading those fingers, so maybe you just want to quickly look at the fingers, making sure you're pushing down through the palm. Maybe you're moving your jaw a little bit here. The head, shaking it no, nodding it yes. Taking a final breath in here, bending the knees. And exhale, bringing the knees down to the ground. Walking the feet a bit more towards the back of the mat here. Tilting the pelvis, so already allowing the belly to drop a little bit to the ground. And then let's reach those hands away from you. Palms down into puppy pose, so creating this half hammock shape here. creating space in the body, the shoulders. Breathing in and out. Then unravel and allow the belly to come all the way to the ground. Maybe creating a little pillow with your hands for your forehead, and maybe moving the tailbone left and right. And I feel like the front side of the body, in particular the belly, can be quite a focal point when it comes to body image. And so as we're lying on our belly, I just invite you to take some breaths in and out. And instead of expanding the belly, maybe you can notice how the lower back and the back are lifting and lowering as you breathe here. Relaxing the shoulders. Soft face. And let's just stay here for 2 more rounds of breath in and out. And then from lying on the belly, we're just going to turn it over, like flipping a pancake, coming onto the back. So maybe you just want to shimmy a little bit, and you might be now lying on the wrong side, so to speak. But maybe just having a little different perspective is kind of the metaphor that we're going for in this practice. So I invite you to stay here, keeping maybe the knees, or bringing the knees together, feet wide. Maybe you'd like to place the hands anywhere on the belly, relaxing the shoulders. And feeling the support of the ground underneath you, which I find can sometimes be very symbolical, just for something to rely on, or, you know, rest against something. Allowing yourself and maybe some weight, whether that's more mental load or physical, to just drop into the ground. And then stepping the feet apart, bringing them about hip-width distance, and then hugging the right knee into the chest, and then placing the right shin or on your left thigh. And you might have to walk that left foot a little further away for that to be possible. We don't want just like the foot, kind of the joint resting here. We really want the thigh resting, the shin resting on it, or the calf. And then maybe you just want to move your hips side to side. I find this is very, very soothing for the lower back. You could also hug that left thigh in if you'd like to go for more of a hip stretch. You could also reach those arms away from you. Let's just all find something that really works for our needs. You could also go for a twist and bring the sole of the right foot, down. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes. And if you ever repeat this practice at this point in another practice, you might have a different need, and then go for it. You might want to twist instead of pulling your thigh towards you. Give yourself options, especially in online practices, to go and follow your own path. This is respecting your body just as much. Maybe just staying for 2 more rounds of breath wherever you are. And then coming to center, bringing the right foot down, and left shin on top of right thigh, making space so that you can really place your shin there. And maybe doing the same thing, maybe trying something else. Rocking side to side, going for a twist, or hugging the right thigh in. Bringing the chin into the chest so that the neck can be nice and long. Final breath in here, and final breath out. Stepping the left foot back to the mat. And this time now opening your arms into a T shape, pulling both knees into the chest, maybe bringing the shins parallel to the ground, taking a breath in, and exhale, just dropping both legs to the right. Maybe you'd like to bring the right hand to the outer left thigh. And if there's quite a lot of space between your right leg and the floor, you could place a mat or a pillow or anything underneath it. But if it's fine, they can also float in the air. It's no problem if that feels right in your body. How do you notice the breath here? One more breath in and out. Releasing perhaps the right hand, bringing both legs into the chest. Once again, maybe shins parallel to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Drop them to the left, maybe left hand to right thigh. And really grounding the opposite shoulder. So we don't care about where the legs are. We do want to prioritize the shoulder over the legs. The spine in yoga is kind of the highest priority, so to speak. And no matter where you are currently, and if this is what you consider a quote-unquote goal on a physical level, maybe you could just send a notion of appreciation or respect for the body. And it's called body respect because for many people that's more possible than appreciation, because you could respect someone that you don't particularly like, but you might not appreciate them. So perhaps body respect is kind of your introduction into learning to respect and appreciate your body more, because it really is worth it. It sounds so cheesy, but it is true. Taking a final breath here, in and out. And then gradually making your way back to center. And finding now a comfortable position, whether that's extending the legs, although that can sometimes be a bit strenuous on the lower back, maybe knees together, feet apart, or you could place something underneath your knees. I would like to guide you into a little pranayama practice, into a breath work as kind of our relaxation or kind of outro of the practice. So once you've found a comfortable space or position, if you'd like to, you could place the hands on the body, on your lower belly, sort of underneath your belly button, or you could just bring the awareness there. You don't need to touch yourself if you don't want to. And then all I invite you to do is breathe into this part. So sending the breath into the lower belly. Maybe you can feel the heat coming from your hands, from your touch. Or maybe you can sense how the belly expands on every inhale. And kind of how amazing it is that your body can create that much space within the body just for a breath, for air, for essentially nothing other than a form of gas. Just take a few more rounds here into your lower belly. And then slowly moving the hands a little higher up and further out, or the awareness sort of towards the bottom ribs, and maybe just want to move the hands a little further apart. And same procedure here, breathing in and out. What can you notice in the body, and where can you sense the breath? Just a few more breaths here. And then moving the hands or the awareness further up towards your collarbone, so just underneath your neck. And trying to breathe into the upper lungs, which might be the space where we don't feel as much because there's quite a lot more bones here protecting the chest from expanding as much as the belly, but maybe we can still notice a little bit of movement here. And then gradually just releasing the hands and allowing the breath to just take its normal pace, its normal way or path. Resting in silence just for a few moments. Slowly returning into the body, moving fingers and toes, maybe stretching the arms overhead, hugging the knees into the chest, and maybe just rocking side to side, giving yourself a hug, and also massaging the spine. And then allow yourself to drop to favorite side, whichever one that is, and staying curled up in this little ball position. And gently pushing your way back into a seat. Finding an upright position, and just take a moment to notice how you're feeling right now. Tuning into the body. And just notice how you're feeling. And perhaps placing the hands once again on the body. Maybe envisioning sending respect through your palms into the body. Perhaps it's appreciation, maybe it's respect, with not one being better than the other. Thinking of all the things your body's capable of, balancing, supporting yourself while standing and moving, breathing in all kinds of ways, expanding the spine, rotating the spine. How amazing that is to be able to move, to be able to breathe. I hope I was able to show you that. I invite you to take a final breath in and out, maybe bow the head as a humble gesture of gratitude, maybe not towards the body, but towards the mind. And for yourself, just for taking these minutes to practice. And I'd like to thank you for sharing your time and your practice with me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that in some form or another, body respect found its way into your life. And I'm well aware that now you're not going to suddenly respect your body if you didn't before. This is a slow practice, but I hope I sort of moved the first domino or a marble in this process. And you can always come back to this video whenever you feel like it. I'd really appreciate your feedback. You can share it with me in the comments. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can find all my other offers in the description box below, and I hope to see you soon on the mat, off the mat, wherever, someday. Take care. Bye bye.